Hello students, in the previous lecture of economic, we have completed the concept of economic development. This is chapter number 2, subject economics, indicator of growth and development. Growth and development. So in this chapter, we have completed the concept of economic development. Economic development. We have completed the concept of economic development, its characteristics and limitation. In short, I am telling once again what is economic development. Economic development is a continuous process. Continuous process in any economy. It is a continuous process in which both quantitative and qualitative changes take place. Qualitative changes take place. Quantitative changes is related with rise in national income and rise in per capita income, whereas qualitative changes is related with improvement in the quality of life or rising standard of living. And standard of living or improvement in the quality of life includes various factors. On those various factors we can understand that this economy, or we can measure that that particular economy are improving their quality of life or rising their standard of living or not. These factors may be food. How much calorie food is measured on the basis of calories. Food, clothing, shelter, then medical services means health services, education facilities, then free pollution, environment, beside this pure drinking water, whether they are getting or not, then infant mortality rate, then life expectancy, average life expectancy. These are the factors on which basis we can measure whether a particular economy are improving their standard of living or improving their quality of life or not. That is called qualitative changes. Beside these factors, behavioral changes also included in qualitative changes. Behavioral changes means when individuals are living, forbidding or sacrificing the old traditions, old thinkings, orthodox thinkings, and adopting modern thinkings, western thinkings, that is called behavioral changes. That is also a part of quality of life, improvement in the quality of life. So in the process of economic development, whenever any underdeveloped economy starts developing, it takes a long time, and during this long time, during this duration, both quantitative as well as qualitative changes take place. Quantitative changes. So this duration of development is called economic development. Means according to this diagram, we can say from this point, this is the initial point when any economy starts developing, and up to this point, during this period, or this period is called economic development, when both changes take place, quantitative changes as well as qualitative changes. Means economic development is a continuous process, a long process in which quantitative changes as well as qualitative changes take place. Means on one side there is rise in national income as well as there is rise in per capita income. Or when national income increases during this period, a major part of national income is spent in order to improve the quality of life of individuals, in order to raise the standard of living of individuals, in order to develop or improve all types of infrastructural facilities. They have to spend a major part of national income on this type of things. As a result, during this period, economy is not in a position to save more. They are not in a position to save more. That's why this process is called economic development. One side, national income increases, per capita increases, and the major part of national income is spent on qualitative changes in order to improve the quality of life of individuals, or in order to raise the standard of living of individual. This process is called economic development. But after this point, once the process of economic development is over, then that economy can be considered as a developed economy. So after this point, once any economy, any country has completed this process, then that economy considered as developed economy. And after that point, when their national income increases, they are not required to spend major part of national income on infrastructural facilities, on the development of infrastructural facilities, or in order to improve the quality of life, because they are already at a peak level. They are already achieved all types of matters, all types of things which is necessary for the quality of life, or in order to raise the standard of living, whatever factors are needed, they have already achieved. That's why after this point, economy is not required to spend a major part of national income on qualitative changes. Means after this point, only and only quantitative changes take place. Only and only quantitative changes take place. Means national income increases, per capita income increases, but economy is not required to spend a major part on the development of infrastructural facilities, on development of improvement of quality of life, on rising standard of living. They are not required to spend. That's why this is called economic growth. It means, now next topic is economic growth. Economic growth. Now what is economic growth? Economic growth is the process which is related with increase in goods and services. Increase in goods and services, or we can say, I am writing within bracket, goods and services output, or GDP, gross domestic product. Within a specified time period. Economic growth is the process which is related with increase in goods and services. Means once economic development, this line shows economic development process. Economic development process begins, means initial point, and here we are assuming that economic development process is over. So once the process of economic development is over, then economic growth starts. So once economic development process is over, then such economies are focusing only on increasing or producing goods and services within a specified time period. Here means 1 year. Every year they are focusing on increasing goods and services, means they are focusing, they are emphasizing to increase their output, their GDP. And as a result, what happens? First of all, how goods and services can be increased? It is depends on these four factors. Increase in goods and services depends on four factors, or increase in goods and services are influenced by these four factors. First is human resources, means manpower, labors. Second one is natural resources. Natural resources means free gifts of nature, water, coal, air, natural resources. Then human resources, natural resources, physical capital. Physical capital means machineries. And fourth one is technology. These are the four factors. With the help of these factors, any economy can increase their goods and services. Means increase in goods and services can be influenced by human resources, means labor, manpower, natural resources means free gift of natures, physical capital means machineries, equipments, and technology. With the help of technology, we can produce maximum goods and services with minimum cost. So these are the factors which influence, which helps in order to increase goods and services. Human resources, natural resources, physical capital, and technology. So economic growth starts when the process of economic development over. Once economic development process completed, then economic growth starts. It means economic growth is the result of economic development. Economic growth is the result of economic development. And in case of economic growth, it is only and only related with increase in goods and services. Now next topic, when goods and services increases, as a result what happens? So next topic, whenever goods and services increases, means production of goods and services increases, as a result national income of that particular economy and per capita income both will increase. Whenever goods and services increases, as a result national income and per capita income of such economy also increases. And increase in national income and increase in per capita income is related with quantitative changes. So we can make another definition for economic growth, that economic growth is the process. Economic growth is the process in which national income and per capita income increases continuously. National income and per capita income rises continuously. Means economic growth is an automatic process. Which is related with only and only quantitative changes. Once again, quantitative changes means which can be expressed in numbers or figures, and national income and per capita income can be expressed in numbers or figures. So economic growth, another definition, economic growth is an automatic process. Why we are saying automatic process? Once the process of economic development is over, here economic development process is over. After that, company is not required to spend a major part of national income on qualitative things. Means they are in a position to save more and more. And once saving becomes more, automatically investment of that country also becomes more. Saving becomes more, investment also becomes more. So continuously their national income or per capita income increases at faster rate. How savings or investment increases at faster rate? So we can understand from one example. Suppose one individual has achieved everything. Achieved everything means AC, bike, vehicle, house, other property, everything he has achieved out of his earned income. Means we can say his economic development process is completed. Economic development process is completed. After this point, whatever income is earned by him, out of that earned income, now he is not required to purchase these things, basic things, luxurious goods, comfort goods. He is not required to purchase because already he has achieved everything. So out of earned income, now he is in a position to save more. For example, if he has saved 10,000 rupees in the first month out of his earned income, so and on 10,000 he is getting 400 rupees interest. We are assuming that 4% he is getting. So 400 rupees he is getting interest. Next month again he is in a position to save 10,000 because out of earned income again he is not required to purchase anything which is necessary for rising standard of living. Again he will get 400. Now after 2 months his saving becomes 20,000 and he is getting 800 rupees. Similarly next month 10,000 again, so it becomes 30,000 and interest become 1,200. So his savings, the size of saving as well as the size of return increases at a faster rate. And then when this amount becomes huge, 30,000, then 40,000, then 50,000, then he is in a position to invest this amount somewhere else, in which he will get more interest as compared to this interest. It means after economic development process, when process of economic development completed, then he is in a position to save more, to get return more. Means national income and per capita income of any country increases at faster rate once it complete the process of economic development. So after economic development, the process of economic growth begins. What is economic growth? Economic growth is the process in which economy is only focusing, only emphasizing on producing goods and services. Means increase in goods and services take place. Means increase in goods and services means increase in output or increase in GDP, gross domestic product. And once goods and services increases, as a result national income and per capita income of such economy also increases. Means in such economy only and only quantitative changes take place, and when only and only quantitative changes take place, such process is called economic growth. Economic growth. It means economic growth is an automatic process. Automatic process, once again, once a process of development is economic development is over, automatically we are focusing only and only to increase national income and per capita income, and we are not required to spend this national income and per capita income on qualitative changes. So automatically what happens? Our national income and per capita income increases at a faster rate. That's why automatic process, we are using this term automatic process for economic growth. So economic growth is an automatic process in which only quantitative changes take place. In other words, economic growth is the process which is related only with increase in national income and increase in per capita income. In other words, we can say economic growth is the process which is related with increase in goods and services, output or GDP within a specified time period. This is all about economic growth. Now, what is the limitation of economic growth or disadvantage of economic growth? First of all, first point about limitations. First, it is only related with increase in goods and services. It is only related with increase in goods and services. It means it does not study institutional and psychological changes. Means in the concept of economic growth, we are studying only quantitative changes. Means we are not understanding about the qualitative changes. Whatever institutional changes and whatever psychological changes take place in that economy, we are not able to understand about institutional or psychological changes in such type of economy. Second point, it is a narrow concept. Why it is a narrow concept? Because this concept means economic growth only study about rise in national income and per capita income. Or we can say that economic growth studies only national income and per capita income means quantitative changes. So economic growth studies only quantitative changes, not qualitative changes. That's why it is a narrower concept. And third limitation is it does not helpful for understanding the welfare of human development. Why this concept is not helpful for understanding the welfare of human development? Because during economic growth or in the concept of economic growth, we study only about quantitative changes. Means in the concept of economic growth, qualitative changes is totally ignored. Or in other words, we can say in economic growth, we are not studying or not focusing or not emphasizing on qualitative changes. What type of institutional changes? Institutional means working style of that economy. Psychological changes means behavioral changes or improvement in the quality of life. Such type of studies we are not considering in economic growth. So we are not able to understand about the qualitative changes of such economy. That economy is focusing only on increase in national income, focusing only on increase in per capita income, focusing only on increase in goods and services, means they are focusing only on quantitative changes, not on qualitative changes. That's why in economic growth we are not able to understand about the welfare of the human development. These are the limitations. First is it is only related with increase in goods and services. It does not study institutional and psychological changes. Second is it is a narrower concept. Why it is a narrower concept? Because it studies only and only quantitative changes. And third one is in economic growth, since we are studying only quantitative changes, means only about increase in national income and per capita income, that's why we are not able to understand about the welfare of the human development in the society. These are the limitations. Next topic and last topic, what is the difference between economic growth and economic development? So two topics we have completed, economic growth and economic development. Now what is the difference? Economic development and economic growth. Now first difference, in economic development we have already studied that in economic development both quantitative and qualitative changes takes place. Means In economic development process, one side national income and per capita income increases, and another side, out of that increased national income, they are spending the majority part of national income on the development of quality of life of individuals. Means government has to spend a major part of their national income on the development of infrastructural facilities in order to raise the standard of living of the individuals of that country. So in economic development, both qualitative as well as quantitative changes take place. But so far as economic growth is concerned, it is focusing only on increase in national income and per capita income, means quantitative changes. So here in economic growth, only quantitative changes takes place. The first difference is completed. Economic development is the process in which both quantitative as well as qualitative changes take place. So far as economic growth is concerned, only and only quantitative changes take place. Second difference, economic development is a slow process. It is a slow process. Slow and a long process. Economic development is very slow and long process. Why? We have already done that. It is very easy to start the process of economic development, but very difficult to sustain the same rate of development for a longer period, because various factors becomes obstacles. Natural factors, political factors, the neighboring countries are also creating problems. So these factors become obstacles in the process of development. So it becomes easy to start, but sustain the same rate of development, it is very difficult. That's why it is a slow but a long process. It is a slow process. So far as economic growth, it is a rapid process or fast process. Rapid process. Third difference, it is a broader concept. Reason, this concept means economic development includes both quantitative and qualitative changes. That's why it is a broader concept, and it is a narrower concept. It is a narrower concept. Fourth difference, it is difficult to measure economic development. It is very difficult to measure economic development. Reason, economic development includes both quantitative and qualitative. Now, so far as quantitative changes is concerned, it is easy to measure how much national income is increased, how much per capita income increases, by what percentage it is increasing. So it is very easy to measure quantitative changes. But so far as qualitative changes is concerned, it is very difficult for any economy to measure these qualitative changes. For example, if the behavior of human being changes, they are diverting their minds from orthodox thinking to broader, means new thinkings or modern thinkings. So how can we measure this behavioral changes? That's why it is very difficult to measure economic development, especially we are talking about qualitative changes. So it is difficult to measure economic development. But so far as economic growth is concerned, it is related with national income and per capita income. It is related with goods and services. So it is very easy to measure economic growth. It is easy to measure economic growth. Fifth difference, in economic development generally take place in developing countries, developing economy. So whenever any underdeveloped economy starts developing, once again, when any underdeveloped nation, underdeveloped economy starts developing, they are starting the process of developing. So when they earn more and more national income, they have to divert this or utilize this national income for raising the standard of living of the individuals. And in order to rise the standard of living, they have to, means their main problems are to reduce unemployment, to reduce poverty. These are the challenges before any underdeveloped economy or developing economy. They have to eradicate, they have to finish, they have to minimize, they have to eliminate the problems of poverty, problems of unemployment, literacy rate they have to increase. That's why we can say that next difference, the solution reason is these are the basic problems of any developing economies. Problems are problems of poverty, problems of unemployment, problems of education, low education. So when they are in the process of solving this process, they are called developing economies. So solution to the problems of economy is called economic development. Solution to the problems of developing economy. Solution means the process of solving the problems of any developing economy is called economic development. And the major problems of any developing economy is poverty, unemployment, low education, low standard of living. So in order to solve this process, the process which is started is called economic development, and such process is started in every developing economy. So whatever problems are there, whatever problems faced by any developing economy, when we are starting the process of economic development, in order to solve this process, that process is called economic development. It means the solution to the problems of any developing economy is called economic development. And in economic growth, the solutions to the problems of developed economy is called economic growth. In developed economy is not required to emphasize, not required to concern about, not required to think about the development of quality of life of individual, because the quality of life is already at peak level, at highest level. So major part of national income they are only utilized for increasing per capita income. When national income increases, as a result per capita income of individual also increases. So solutions, whatever problems are there in developed economy, that is related with increase in goods and services, increase in national income, increase in per capita income. So solution to the problems of developed economies is called economic growth. Next difference, economic development is not possible without economic growth, whereas economic growth is possible without economic development. Economic development is not possible without economic growth. Here economic growth means rise in national income and rise in per capita income. per capita income. These two terms, rise in national income and rise in per capita income, is related with economic growth. So till then any economy will not earn or not increase, they are not able to increase their national income. How they can utilize the money for the development of quality of life of individuals, means improving the quality of life means economic development, because economic development is related with both quantitative and qualitative changes. If they are not earning more national income or they are not able to increase their national income, it means they are not able to improve the quality of life of individuals, means they are not in a position to rise the standard of living. So improving the quality of life, raising the standard of living is not possible without increasing national income and per capita income. And national income and per capita income is called economic growth. So economic development means both quantitative and qualitative changes. Means qualitative changes is not possible without quantitative changes. Economic development is not possible without economic growth. But economic growth is possible without economic development. There are various countries in the world whose national income is very high, per capita income is very high, but then also they are not improving, they are not emphasizing on the improvement of the quality of life. Still in such countries, especially we are talking about African countries, their national income is increasing, but they are not able to improve the quality of life, or we can say the government is not emphasizing or they are not concerning about the improvement of life of individuals of that countries or that economy. But their national income is increasing, means economic growth. Increase in national income, increase in per capita income is called economic growth. So here national income increases, but they are not utilizing those national income for the improvement of life of individuals, means economic development. So economic growth is possible without economic development. But so far as economic development is concerned, if we want development in our economy, it is possible only when national income increases and per capita income increases, means economic growth. So economic development is not possible without economic growth, but economic growth is possible without economic development. Seventh, it is a cause. Cause means here reason. We want to improve the quality of life, that's why economy has started the process of economic development and economic growth. It is an occurrence. Here occurrence means it is an automatic process. Once that the process of economic development over completed, automatically the process of economic growth starts, means automatically national income increases at a higher rate, per capita income increases at a higher rate. Reason, now after that point means after the process of economic development overs, then they are not required to spend a major part of their national income on the qualitative changes. As a result, their national income, their per capita income rises at a faster rate. So it is an occurrence, automatic process. Occurrence, or we can say automatic process. Automatic process. And this process government has to start. These are the differences between economic development and economic growth. First one is economic development is the process in which both quantitative and qualitative changes take place. So far as economic growth is concerned, it is related only with quantitative changes, or only quantitative changes take place. Second one is it is a slow but a continuous process. It is a slow and continuous process. It is a rapid process, fast process. It is a broader concept. Reason, it includes both quantitative and qualitative changes. That's why it is a broader concept. And economic growth includes only and only quantitative changes. That's why it is a narrower concept as compared to economic development. Next, it is difficult to measure economic development. It is difficult to measure economic development. Reason, economic development includes both quantitative and qualitative changes. So far as quantitative changes are concerned, they are very easy to measure, they are very easy to count, but so far as qualitative changes are taking place, that it's very difficult to measure. So qualitative changes are difficult to measure. That's why it is written here. It is difficult to measure economic development, and economic growth is related only with national income, per capita income, or goods and services. So it is very easy to measure these things. So it is easy to measure economic growth. And the solution to the problems of developing economy, poverty, unemployment. So solution to these problems is called economic development. Now so far as developed economy, solutions to the problem of developed economy is called economic growth. And next, sixth, economic development is not possible without economic growth. Means till then national income will not increase, till then per capita income is not increased. It is not possible for a nation, not possible for economy to bring economic development in their economy. So economic development take place only when economic growth take place. But economic growth is possible. Economic growth is possible without economic development. And last one is, it is a cause and it is an occurrence or automatic process. So these are all about economic development and economic growth. But today we have completed second topic, economic growth. What is economic growth? Their limitations, and then difference between economic development and economic growth. In next video lecture, we will start indicators of economic development. That is the main topic, important topic, indicators of economic growth, economic development. And total there are 4 indicators of economic development. We will discuss in next lecture these 4 indicators of economic development. So our next lecture is on indicators of economic development. And what are the indicators of economic development? Indicators of economic developments are growth rate in national income. Second, growth rate in per capita income. Third one is physical quality of life index. And fourth, last one is human development index. Physical quality of life index, in short PQLI, and human development index HDI. So these are the 4 indicators for economic development. Means we can compare the development of different countries on the basis of these 4 factors: growth rate in national income, growth rate in per capita income, physical quality of life index PQLI, and last one is human development index HDI. So these are the indicators of economic development. So we will discuss in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye.